Hey Scott, Brad here with your Stargate soundboard. Arrived today. I got home, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. Brought the box down to the shop, opened it up, put it on the bench. The first thing I do is I just apply power, the speaker, and a volume pot. And then I'll on Stargate, the test switch works. So I press the test switch. It works. So the second thing I do then is I originally have this little adapter I made up years ago where I can trigger all the sounds to simulate the signal coming from the ROM board that drives the sounds. Again, these soundboards are like their own computer. They have a CPU, it's got RAM, EEPROM, everything on here is standalone. So the ROM board off the game just drives these digital inputs to command it what sound to play. So as you can see here, I can select any digital input and drive it in any combination. So do that test, and then for long term, I built a device here. It's got an Arduino in the base and the stack here, and then I built a rider board, and I use a 74LS244 so I can shift all the bits at once. So basically, I take this and hook it up, and I have a different program I load for each game, and you can hear now it. Basically, as soon as I start it up, it'll start with all the sounds, 1 through 32 or whatever that are active. And I send a clear after each one, and I shift them in with the shift register, kind of like the PIA on the ROM board does. So I powered up, this resets, and just starts driving. So as you can see, it's working fine. I'm going to let it run overnight like this. I'll turn the volume down a little bit so I don't drive my wife crazy. She might be able to hear it upstairs. But again, some things you might want to check for on yours harness. We can chat more. But you want to verify that the power's coming in correctly on here. So you have your power 5 volts or 12 or whatever's coming in here. Then the ground's in the center. And then your negative voltage is over here. If you're running linear, it should be minus, 5 or whatever it is, but it could be, it varies on some of the different supplies if it's low enough. Sometimes they're minus 12 here. This has a rectifier and everything. So it only needs like a couple volts of negative to get the sound D to A working on these. And then your speaker output, verify that connection. There is another connection that leads off of this before it heads up to where the marquee is and up there. And then your volume pot. Maybe try one from the Defender in here. They're the same. There's just a 5K pot. And then the wiring that goes between your ROM board and here, you can use an ohm meter to ring it out, it's called, right? So you put it on continuity and have it buzz so you should be able to check. They're 1-to-1. So pins 1 through 9 here is the same on the ROM board and the soundboard. So 1-to-1, 2-to-2, 3-to-3, 4-to-4, so on and so forth. But I'll power up here again, and this thing was just driving those. So turn it down a little bit. But she's working fine. I'm sure we'll figure it out, get to the bottom of it. But I've wiggled the chips here, made sure, nothing was acting up on it. So it should be rock solid.